Hey, how are you? Are you having a good day? I hope so. And I hope you won't be mad at me if I try and change that real quick. I want to put a very yucky TikTok creep on your radar, and it's someone I'm sure some of you have heard of over the last year or so. He's become a bit of an infamous boogeyman that a lot of people have talked about. Most notably, Oompaville made a whole video on him, kind of breaking down all of the awful degenerate shit he's done. He was actually quite popular. He had over 1 million followers on there. His initial account was called Snapshot Eye. He then had to make other ones in lieu of a lot of allegations that came out and a lot of information that went public. His real name is Paul Breach, which is fitting because he keeps breaching the restraining order parents have against him to protect the safety of their children online. I'm only kidding about that. I don't know if there's any actual restraining orders against him. Even if there were, it would mean nothing to him. You can't teach the breach. He's going to continue to flirt and act inappropriately with underage kids on TikTok. It's all he knows, damn it. So, Paul Breach is an alleged predator, but a confirmed creep. And I'm not here to just go over all of the allegations. There's quite a few videos that cover them extraordinarily well. The reason I'm talking about him is he's blowing up yet again thanks to a clip of his that just went viral. This is during one of his nightmarish TikTok lives.
Oh, there's a plane crashed in Tanzania. God, blimey. Into the lake.
So he gets this tragic news and immediately goes right back into lip syncing and shit. Now keep in mind, this man is in his 40s. Now, I'm sure you didn't need me to tell you that. You can look at him and immediately deduce this isn't exactly a teenage boy here doing this cringe-ass lip-sync shit. Terrorists have infiltrated a local Burger King. Oh, jeez. And they're slitting the throat of the hostages. Jinkies. Hey, prayers to the families. And I'm sure after just seeing this, you're probably not surprised to learn that he's got a very foul past. So, he's no spring chicken. He's in his 40s here, and he constantly engages inappropriately with young girls in his audience, and it's something he's come under heavy scrutiny for a long time. He's actually somewhat of a pseudo-celebrity in the UK, where people sometimes have gone out of their way to find him and make fun of him directly to his face. Sometimes there's even like in the wild spottings like Bigfoot where they'll start filming him and then go up and start insulting him. And it's become something of a beloved pastime over the last year. It died down once he kind of fell off, but now that this clip is blowing up again, I've seen that his channel on TikTok, at least the one I believe is still his, is getting quite a bit more traction from it. Even though this isn't necessarily the newest clip, it is a very silly and surprising one that a lot of people have had their curiosity piqued by, so went out of their way to find more from him. Thus, Paul Breach, the cockroach, continues to somewhat thrive. His whole shtick is posting thirst traps, even though if you're thirsty, this isn't gonna quench it. What he's doing is just gonna be putting sand in your mouth and making it worse, like giving you the fucking cinnamon challenge. What he posts is the opposite of a thirst trap. It is alarming. He is way too old to be doing this garbage. And I don't mean to be mean and rude, but he's not exactly a 10 out of 10 looking gentleman here. It's also worth mentioning this kind of thing isn't uncommon for his streams, though it is probably his most preposterous moment ever recorded. To go from horrible news right back into his god-awful thirst trapping.
Oh, bless you, love. Bless you. Love.
I just wanted to show you another clip of how unhinged his TikTok lives are. So sometimes he'll just play sound effects to give the impression that there's other people around him, always women. This one, I don't even understand what the thought process was. I think he sat on a whoopee cushion to make a fart noise, as if it was like a girl over there farting, and he's like, oh goodness, hey now, that butthole's not meant to be usable, it's just supposed to be aesthetic for me. Girls shouldn't be fucking farting. Despicable. And then he plays a very clearly stock sneeze sound effect and then goes even further, love? And then like gets like angry about it, it seems.
Fucking hell. Jacob, thanks for the follow. So much. That is a fucking cracking impression of me, love. How you do that?
It's actually one of the saddest goddamn things imaginable. To be so fucking lonely that you have to fake interaction around you on a TikTok live stream where people go there mainly to make fun of you, because by this point he had already become kind of like a TikTok spittoon for people to stop in and spit a loogie into. But like I mentioned, unfortunately there were a few young fans that would reach out to him, and he would always reciprocate being flirtatious. He even got called out on this pretty often, way before like he had to take his account down. I think he got banned. I don't think he took it down. But there were always people taking notice of like, Paul, why do you always just reply to like these really young girls?
Why do you only talk to girls in the comments? Because it's only the girls that are commenting, and if it's a comment from a guy, I say hi. I don't know. Maybe because I'm dating them all and we're having babies. Only to the ones I'm married to, which is all of them.
Who could have imagined that the 40-something-year-old man making thirst traps aimed at children would turn out to be a real weirdo? I can't believe it. It's always the ones you least expect, am I right? I'd also like to show you another one of his clips that's somewhat blowing up right now. This is apparently one that he sent directly to a fan, and it is so uncomfortable to watch.
Lainey, smile. That is an order. And then jump in a cold bath. Get yourself smiling, get yourself happy. I've been a moody little, for a little while, and that is just stupid on my behalf. So I apologise if anything I've ever done has brought you in a low mood. I know I was an idiot at the start of the week, and I've taken steps to fix that. But you need to smile, you need to be happy. You've got a beautiful smile. Please use it, perhaps.
His brain just blue screens there for a moment. Windows had to have a hard reset there. He had his own little Mitch McConnell moment during this message that he sent to one of his fans.
It's always nice to get a message from you, sweet. And it's always lovely to see that smile.
What an uplifting video. I know you're sad, but have you tried not being sad and just smiling? Because I'm ordering you to. In fact, you don't have a choice. Smile. And you will feel better, because it'll make me feel better. And you should be happy when I'm happy. Damn it. I don't know, everything about this guy is really weird. So, since he has blown up recently, I just wanted to at least make people aware of who he is and his past, because he's not exactly just some, like, goofy guy. He's an unhinged, weird guy with a lot of serious accusations against them. And I've only just begun to scratch the surface of how awful a lot of the things he's being accused of are. And a lot of them he's never denied or anything at all, really. He just buries his head and pushes forward doing more lip-syncing and bad dancing. And people have confronted him directly, and he still never really denies any of it. It's hard to explain, and the whole point of this video was just to let you all know Paul Breach sucks. That's about it. See ya. How far would you go for something you love? This is the inspirational story of a hotel manager who risked it all for the sake of their passion. They pursued their passion with such intensity and determination that they would do anything necessary to get just a brief, fleeting moment of satisfaction from it, at the expense of one of their guests. This is the story about how a hotel manager broke into one of the guest rooms to suck on their toes. He loved toes so much that he was willing to go to jail again for sucking on them. There's a crazy plot twist to this story beyond just the actual suckling of those dogs, but it gets very ridiculous very quickly and goes in some unexpected directions. So I hope you're ready for a wild tale of something that just happened the last couple days in Nashville. And yeah, I heard about the hotel manager that was sucking guest toes. When chat brought it up the other night, I thought that was just exceptional service. But it turns out he was just sucking their toes while they were asleep. Nashville hotel manager charged after allegedly sucking on sleeping guest toes. A sort of nightmare. I actually asked this question the other day to Matt and Danny and Chase. Do you think if you whisper into someone's ear as they're sleeping for long enough and often enough, you could actually influence the dreams they have? I wonder if the people that were getting their toes sucked while sleeping, if they had, like, related dreams about it. just makes you pee? What? How? Like, if I whispered... Let's say I wrote down, like, an entire movie plot, and I just whisper all of it to someone as they're sleeping and just keep repeating it. Would that have any effect on their dreams? Would they start reenacting my movie plot in their dream? I wonder. One day I'll try and myth bust that. Manager of a downtown Nashville, Tennessee Hilton has been charged with aggravated burglary and assault after allegedly sucking on a male guest's toes while he was sleeping. Oh, was it just one person, or was he like a serial sucker? David Patrick Neal was arrested Friday after hotel guest Peter awoke at 5 a.m. to find the night manager indulging his apparent foot fetish. He's since filed a lawsuit against the hotel alleging sexual assault. Neal cloned the key to Brennan's room and entered during the early morning hours without knocking or announcing himself. What did he think was going to happen? You would absolutely wake up to someone, like, suckling your tootsies. Especially if you're ticklish. That'd be panic-inducing. I mean, it's panic-inducing regardless to have this creepy fucking weirdo at the end of your bed just sucking your toes. Brennan reportedly screamed when he found Neal sucking on his toes and immediately recognized him as one of the 2 hotel staff members who had been in his room the previous day to help him with his TV. Oh, this was premeditated suckling. He was plotting. And he didn't even wear a mask or anything. He didn't even hide his face. I would have expected him to come in with like a ski mask or something. He looks like someone who sucks toes. Yeah, it looks like his, like, life juice. That's what's been fueling him for the last, like, 10 years. Just a little bit of toe grease. Brennan filed a complaint with police following the incident, and Neal reportedly told officers that he entered Brennan's room because he smelled smoke and wanted to check on him for his safety. Neal did not report a smoke smell to hotel security, and no one else smelled any smoke. Well, it doesn't really explain away the toe incident. Like, I smelled smoke, so I had to investigate thoroughly, so I put each and every one of his little piggies in my mouth. And wouldn't you know it, no smoke. Where's my medal? I'm a hero. Them toes were on fire. He was trying to suck the smoke out of his toes. What a hero. Yeah, like a snake in its venom or something. We just don't understand his ways. He might have very well prevented a fire, and we wouldn't know it. We're too busy judging him. All my life, you just have that sense of security and that sense of peace, right? It's not like you're camping and you have to keep one eye open, Brennan told the local outlet. You have that security that's yours, and when you close your eyes, you feel like you're safe and you're protected, and it was a complete violation. The last thing you would expect at a hotel is someone to sneak in the middle of the night and go to work on your feet. I was just so shocked, Brennan said. It was, who are you? Why are you in my room? It was almost like a dream, a sort of nightmare. It just didn't make sense. Why is this person touching me? Upon further investigation, Brennan and his attorney, Michael, with Rocky Law Firm, found that Neal had a lengthy rap sheet that included a voluntary manslaughter conviction for shooting his roommate during a fight in 1996. That took a crazy turn. It almost sounds like Brennan got off easy with just a little bit of a happy ending on his toes. Wow. How is this voluntary? This feels like just murder, right? Well, I guess voluntary manslaughter might be the charge for like a heat of passion kill. But killing his roommate during an argument or a fight? Jesus. Multiple charges of forgery, drinking and driving, a manslaughter conviction as well, which served prison time. When Hilton hired this person, they had to have known. They had to have done background checks to know. And the fact that they would put somebody like that in a position where they have the ability to clone keys and have the ability to get into a guest's room. That's a great point. How the fuck did he land such a position at Hilton with a history of forgery, drinking and driving, and a fucking manslaughter charge for killing his roommate in an argument? Or a fight. This guy must have actually been sucking the toes of the person conducting the job interview. There's no other explanation. There's no way. Like, that's not an easy position to land, right? I imagine at a Hilton. That's still a pretty reputable place. Brennan reportedly suffered post-traumatic stress and struggled to get to sleep in the wake of the alleged toe-sucking incident. The safety and security of our guests and team members is our highest priority. We're working closely with the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department, and as part of company policy, we do not comment on ongoing investigations. I am excited for the time they do, and apologize for the toe-sucking incident. Yeah, I mean, if that happened to me, you bet your sweet bippy I would not be staying at any hotels ever again. I'd just sleep in the car. But then even there, I'm not safe. Just have someone break into the car and just immediately start going to town on my feet. If this happened to you, would you prefer if it was a stranger or someone you knew? Oh, that's tough. I don't know. There's pros and cons to both. If it was a stranger, at least I'd never see them again and press charges, go through the whole song and dance. But if it's someone I know, then there's like that wrestling with guilt. Like, man, I've been friends with this guy for how long? And he did this? Do I press charges? No, I definitely press charges. This is fucking weird, but you know, you have that back and forth. So I'd say maybe a stranger. But then there's always going to be that lingering thought in the back of your head, like, what if he did more to me? Like, I was sleeping on my stomach that night, and I woke up and my ass was a little itchy. Like, I was a little sore. Could he have? No. But maybe. Like, there's still so much wiggle room for what-ifs with a stranger. So, I don't know, man. That's tough. Plus, my feet are super ticklish as well. Call me a Call of Duty mini-map, because I'm putting something on your radar right now. There is a Polish game developer who is going wumbo freaky mode. Apologies in advance for my terrible pronunciation of these names. I'm a tiny reptile brain idiot that can't quite get these accurate, but anyway. The head of Spectrum Studios, his name is Jacek Pierkowski, apparently had mandatory sauna sessions where his narrative girls, as he called them, which is really cringy Discord level shit, like his little kittens, he required them to go to saunas with him naked in order to write their scripts. Obviously a very weird thing to do. That's extremely creepy shit to require your employees to accompany you nude to a sauna. That's less than professional, I'd argue, but I'm not the Better Business Bureau. I have to wonder, can you do that? Like, can you have in your contract, like, hey, if you're going to be an employee here, I need to be seeing some titties. Sign here. Every Tuesday's titty day. So if you're not going to be showing me the hunkers on Tuesday, you can hit the road, bub. Scram. That's the one stipulation. That just sounds super fucked up. But apparently that was the norm here at Spectrum Studios, so this whole situation got kind of blown up over the last few days, and I talked about it a little bit on stream, but couldn't find additional information on it, only like the very surface level stuff that came out through LinkedIn. So I'm going to show you the stream clips and then dive back in here with a more in-depth findings about this whole thing. You seen the wild Polish game dev drama? The creative director for Spectrum Studios is requiring employees to attend mandatory naked sauna sessions. Yeah, I actually made a tweet about that earlier. I'd never heard of Spectrum Studios, but now I'm very curious what they make, because this is some weird shit. It was on LinkedIn. So, here's the requirements. So just like normal stuff like providing art bible, assets, feedback. This is kind of cringe. Mentoring of Padawan. Ugh. Yikes. Ugh. Tip Fedora. Epic knowledge of Unreal Engine 5. Okay, I don't remember that one either. Yeah, it's just very embarrassing. But then this one. Attending sauna sessions, not negotiable. Entire team need to understand product, and it's naked sauna sessions. So on LinkedIn, got into an argument here with this potential employee. We've already exchanged a few messages in the comments here on LinkedIn, and for what you said, you consider naked sauna sessions a part of work responsibilities in your studio. I told you that's a deal breaker for me, and we've called it a day. Thanks for your offer, though. And then he goes, sure. Didn't recall your name. Is that with the team or privately? No, it's the whole team. The whole fucking football team. Honestly, I had a lot of time to prove me wrong to write a scene in a sauna without being in sauna and send it to Magda. Instead, we were wasting time on social media. My narrative girls had to go to a sauna with me and came up with an amazing script for proof of concept. Technically, it's possible to do it without, but I absolutely adore the fact that they could use their sauna experience to write awesome scenes. That guy needs to be investigated ASAP. I bet there's cameras in that sauna, at the very least. That guy's got his phone fucking perched up somewhere. So it sounds like he had his female employees go with him to the sauna, and they were nude in order to write a sauna scene. Which is, like, that's something that you see in movies and whatever. Not like that, but, like, going to a location to write about it. Like, I get that. But it's super different here. Obviously. Like, he's not even trying to hide it. This man's just nefarious. He's a fucking pervert. Man's a criminal. Is it even a real company? I looked him up and I can't find any of the games they've worked on, so maybe this is their first game and it's a fucking sauna simulator. I don't know. Now, believe it or not, the man, the myth, the Jelking champion himself, Jacek, stepped forward and actually created a video explaining his side of the situation on LinkedIn. It's in Polish, so I don't exactly know what he's saying, so I'm going to be relying on articles that have broken it down for me. But I would like to say that this is some of the worst framing I've ever seen for a video. He occupies like 5% of the screen, like the camera is pointed almost straight up, and he's coming in at the very bottom like fucking Skibbity Toilet here. I don't know why he wouldn't just put himself in the center. Now, the best breakdown of all of this comes from a website called GamePressure.com. This is the best one I've found. And according to them, Piorkowski, our protagonist gooner here, has claimed that although visits to the sauna were indeed obligatory, there was neither a requirement to be naked in the sauna nor to be in it with the boss. But as mentioned in the article, it seems that nudity is unavoidable considering it's a fucking sauna, and that's kind of the norm when going to saunas, I suppose. I mean, you could probably take one look at me and probably speculate and accurately guess that I am not a sauna enthusiast. I don't frequent the sauna. I live in Florida. Going outside, I get that exact same fucking experience. So I'm just going to take their word that nudity is pretty common in saunas, and when I was going over this on stream, that's what stream was saying as well. So even though he's not requiring a goatsy or like a nipple inspection or something to ensure all of the employees are naked in the sauna, it is still implied by going to the sauna. At least that's my understanding of it. Now, the statement about it's also not required to be in it with your boss, I suppose he's also kind of right on, but you still accompany your narrative girls to the sauna? Like, that is clear? Like, that is actually stated? So even if it's not put, like, pen to paper that it's a requirement to be in it with the boss, you have still been going. Like, you have still gone. So that's kind of a moot point if you ask me. The article continued to explain what the project even is that requires the sauna experience in order to be the fucking preeminent expert on it. So it's called Project Temple, a game about a young woman with a broken heart who starts trying to become a sauna master. That's such a fucking weird concept for a game. Like, how do you even make something interesting out of that? Like, striving to be a sauna master? Like, this isn't fucking Pokemon. You're not gonna be, like, collecting gym badges like a Pokemon master. To me, that sounds like a fucking snooze fest. I'm just gonna be upfront with you here, sports fans. Like, I can't even imagine what the gameplay loop would be. Like, choosing the right rocks to put on the sauna stove, choosing the correct aromatic oils to fill the atmosphere with. Like, what do you even do with that? I imagine it's going to be the only story, like maybe it's a visual novel, perhaps? I don't know. If I'm being totally honest here, if I had to spitball a guess, I really feel like this whole thing from the very start was designed as some kind of evil plot from Jacek to force women to go to a sauna with him. That's really what I think. I feel like that's the whole purpose behind this project, in his eyes. Anyway, going forward, we require going to the sauna as part of getting to know the environment and research. We also hold company meetings during sauna trips. That sounds like a nightmare. That sounds fucking miserable. Mandatory sauna trips with your boss and coworkers? Like, come on. Like, Jesus Christ. However, there's no obligation to be naked in the sauna or to be in it with the boss. If someone prefers to only attend women-only sessions or use the sauna individually and come to meetings just to chat, that's also fine. As the rules of proper sauna use say, in a dry sauna with a towel or naked, in a steam sauna only naked, there is 90% humidity there, you can't cheat physics. At the company meeting, the girls were doing peeling themselves. I don't care. I wanted them to understand what kind of emotions we create. Original brief. The protagonist of Project Temple is Birdie, a woman in her 20s/30s. She had her heart broken recently and she is moving to Warsaw to find herself again. What a pretentious explanation for this absolutely ridiculous requirement of your employees. The emotions that you create in the sauna, you need the first-hand experience to write about them, huh? The only emotion that's being created there is the fucking boss, Jacek here, getting cum brain. Like, that's it. Like, giggling to himself while doing this with his hands. Finally, I get to see naked women in person, and they can't say no, because I put it in the contract. It just sounds so degenerate and weird. The article makes a mention there at the end, like, so this is the explanation for why they have to go to the sauna, because they need the experience to write about it. And the article says, one might wonder if a developer creating a military shooter should expect their employees to, like, enlist in the army in order to get the experience of it. And the answer is a resounding, of course not. Fucking no. Like, you don't need to be going to, like, frequent sauna sessions with your coworkers in order to write about a sauna. Everyone knows what you're going to experience in there. Hot, sweaty. And now you can write about everything outside of that and all the emotional bits. Like, you don't need to actually be there physically in person in the sauna with your creepy boss diddling his skin flute in the corner while you're writing about the Sauna Master game. There's also an allegation that came out here I hadn't heard of till reading this article, where apparently there's another scandal here involving the head of Spectrum Studios, where he's been accused of deliberately looking for people in a, quote, difficult situation because it might be more likely to wave red flags. And another individual named Natalia Wilzinska, I'm sure I absolutely ate shit on that pronunciation, also claimed that Jacek was lurking in artist groups on Facebook asking for samples of work with naked figures, and even posted some of the screenshots onto Twitter. Another really weird component about this is that Magda name that he dropped in one of the screenshots is someone named Magdalena Kuzinti. I know I butchered that pronunciation again, I'm sorry. And apparently candidates were instructed to contact them regarding the recruitment task, but Magdalena doesn't work at the studio at all. So it turns out Jacek was one of her students in a narrative design course, and it was during the classes that Magdalena gave him advice on the project. And furthermore, I'll just read directly, Jacek directed interested individuals to her, even though she'd not yet replied to his request on the manor, since she apparently doesn't use social media. And now she has come forward about all of this, saying, like, what the fuck? She goes on to explain that Jacek was just using her last name without her permission, without her being, like, an employee of his or anything like that. She's another person who's been harmed in this matter. This whole thing is so fucking weird. Jacek sounds like an extremely creepy individual, and I don't know how this kind of requirement to work there isn't like an illegal practice, to say that your employees have to go to these sauna sessions. But yeah, I just had to talk about this a little bit. It's so fucking weird. That's really about it. So yeah. I've stumbled across the creepiest dating coach the cyberspace has ever seen. He's like a Galactus level threat to getting laid. Like, if you ever wanted to ensure every woman is frightened of you, follow his advice. But also, if you want to follow his advice, make sure you got your piggy bank ready to turn over, because you got to pay for his course on it. This is his slogan: alpha dominance in dating, rise above the rest. And then if you scroll down on his homepage, it says, navigate the fog when it comes to women, it's time to level up. Now, I'm going to show you all the videos he's been posting to try and drive sales to his picking up women course, the steaming ham tutorial step-by-step guide. And he's pretty much exactly what you're picturing right now after reading It's Time to Level Up. He legitimately looks and speaks like a Redditor who's just reading off of old Ask Reddit pages from 12 years ago.
You do not have to accept her rejection.
You couldn't script a worse start to this lesson. You don't have to accept her rejection. Brother, that's like the #1 thing you should accept, not just with women, but with people in general. Nobody likes the pushy douchebag that refuses to take no for an answer. The guy's out here cosplaying as a car salesman, treating romance like it's a Yu-Gi-Oh duel. No, I will not allow this to happen because I have this trap card. The conversation will continue whether you like it or not.
I'm a professional dating coach, and I teach guys how to understand the female mind. Now, if you're one of the people that haven't applied anything in my course or my videos or anything like that, this video is not for you. This is an advanced technique.
This ain't your grandma's flirting no more. This ain't Weenie Hut Juniors. This is forbidden jutsu. While you were out partying, he was inside, studying the techniques, and he's bestowing upon us his sage wisdom with the advanced stuff. This is a man who has mastered the female mind, and he's sharing all of its secrets with us and telling us all the techniques to make it bend to our will.
You don't have to accept her rejection. Now, here's an example. I was talking to a girl, and she said, oh, you know, I'm not really interested. And I, instead of just going, okay, and then just turning away, I did this. Why would you not be interested in me? I'm the best.
It's genius! The chosen one! Lisan Al-Gaib! How could we have not thought of that technique? Whoa! Instead of just accepting when a girl isn't into you, you say, wait, but you should be. No, you. He's done it. He's cracked the code. His midichlorian count is beyond our comprehension. Behold, the patron saint of pussy has come. Yes. So instead of accepting a rejection, you keep pestering her about you being the best. If that's not the most cringe shit in the world, I don't know what is.
Absolutely the best. And she's like, oh, how? I'm like, well, you'd have to come over to my house to find out. And you'd also have to be okay with kink, and you'd also have to be okay with my mastery of the ropes and the fact I have multiple women. And actually, maybe not. Maybe you wouldn't be the best for me.
Yeah, fucking right, dweeb. She'd see through that lie so quickly. The only thing you're best at is top lane one-trick Teemo in your fucking anime club Discord group. No shot that would ever work in a real situation. If you said that to a living, breathing human being in the real world, she would be so immediately creeped out by you, she'd be running away, fucking screaming for help. Going up to a stranger who has just rejected you and then saying you're the best and the only way she'll find out how is if she comes over and has to be into kink and all of that. What fantasy are you living in? You're so fucking porn-brained if you think that would ever work on just a total stranger. It makes you sound like a serial killer, like she'd go over and it'd be a scene out of Dexter's early seasons, fucking plastic put up everywhere as you're about to dismember her. She'd have to be okay with your mastering of the ropes and your multiple women. A, saying multiple women in this context makes it sound like multiple victims more than anything, and B, I don't know who put this into the heads of some, like, really desperate men, but most women don't like to hear that you're fucking a ton of other women, too. Like, that's not really a turn-on or anything. I know that a lot of delusional dudes think it makes them seem more desirable to women, like, oh, it's okay if you tell me no, I have, like, 16 other women that will tell me yes. Your loss, I suppose. But it's not really, like, a flex or anything. It seems super weird. It is super weird.
She started going back and forth with me, and I started building attraction in that because now I had sidestepped her fucking rejection. Granted, keep in mind, I didn't force it. I didn't say, no, you're gonna... I just played into her little fucking game. I knew she was playing with me a little bit, or just kind of disengaging, and I gave her a little bit of fun. You want to know what I did with her later?
Of all of the things in the world that have never happened, that has never happened the most. That is the most didn't happen shit of all time. What a bunch of baloney. Actual horseradish on this story. Just a blatant lie trying to get dudes to buy into this fantasy that he's selling, to try and go to his website and give him money for the worst advice you'll ever hear. So, if you do go to his website and check out, like, why you should buy it, there's a nugget of wisdom in there that I can't help but share. But according to him and nobody else, he basically can't leave the house without having thousands of sodden panties tossed at him from women that are vying for his cock. So if you go to why you should purchase the course and what you get, he says, proven results, with over 100,000 Tinder matches in 2 years, which is an outrageous number. He's fucking entire cities worth of women. Like, your girlfriend has probably been with this guy. In fact, ask your mom right now if she cheated on your father with this guy. I bet if you walked up to any woman on the street right now and said his name, they'd have a Winter Soldier moment going through it. Now, I'm not saying his name because I'm not trying to have people, like, harass him, but I'm fighting a really strong urge to not mention his name because it's so fucking silly. His name is Alpha plus his name. It's actually kind of adorable. He calls himself the Alpha. But anyway, as well as a little over 1,000 women in his dating lifestyle and multiple women currently with him. So he's not in a monogamous relationship. A guy like this with 100,000 Tinder matches, he has entire harems with him at all times. Slobbering on his cock. His cock is never in his pants. It's always in someone else's mouth or pussy. The methods are time-tested and proven not just by him, but also by his clients across multiple types of men. These methods just work. Don't settle for mediocrity in your dating life. Embrace the alpha mindset and unleash your true potential to attract the partners you desire. Cracking the alpha dating mind will equip you with skills, mindset, and charisma to become a dominant force in the dating world. Gain the confidence, magnetism, and success you deserve in every romantic pursuit. Invest in yourself. Unleash your alpha potential today. I mean, my credit card's already flying out of my wallet right now. I need to unlock my alpha potential.
Ask a girl, can I get your number? She said, no, I just got out of a relationship and I don't know if I'm ready to date or whatever. And I handed her my phone and said, go ahead, type it in. It'll be fine.
Another story more fake than the Tooth Fairy here, but the way that he tells this story is haunting. I'm getting chills listening to it, like I feel threatened.
We can get Chardonnay, we can talk like girlfriends and talk about your old relationship with this guy. We're not going to do that, but it's going to be okay. Another example. Once again, not forcing it, not being super aggressive. She can say no again, which at that point I would have disengaged. But guess what she didn't do? Didn't say no. And that was the first time it happened. And then I did it again and again and again and again and again. And most of them ended up coming over my house, ended up sleeping with me. You just gotta know how to do it correctly.
I can see how he had 100,000 Tinder matches and has multiple women that he's with at all times. He is a smooth operator here. I admit I was skeptical at first, but after hearing this expertise, it's clear. There's not going to be any vagina left in the world for the rest of us men, now that he's out there on the prowl. Lord help us all.
Here's something I need you to do. I need you to enter the female mind for a second.
Oh, okay, yes sir. Oh man, he's delivering an order. Alright, I'll try and jack into the female mind real quick. Oh god, it's so scary in here! Alpha, pull me out, I don't know what I'm doing, I need your guidance! I'm
a professional dating coach and I teach guys how to understand the female mind. Now, this will help you get more numbers, because you gotta fucking understand how their mind works and what they go through every day. Imagine if every fucking day of your life, you were approached for about 45 times, which is the number that I've come up with my extensive study.
Very scientific gathering methods, I'm sure. Yes, I've approximately calculated that every single woman is approached roughly 45.3, repeating of course, times per day. Now, since you're in the female mind, since I've instructed you to do so, you'll recognize the mental burden that this takes on the female mind, of which I, your dating coach Alpha, have mastered.
Things like, why don't you give me yours, is a fucking thing that's going to weed out 95% of the spineless males that aren't persistent, that aren't fucking clever, that aren't witty, that can't have fun with her.
Yeah, those beta cucks. Not like Alpha here, who's so clever and witty he came up with the absolutely nefarious, diabolical even, genius method of saying, hey, I'm the best. Whoa, man, he's good, he's good. To give him more credit, there was more to it. I'm the best, and you can only find out by coming over and being okay with my mastery of the ropes, the blade, and be kinky. Also, give me your number so we can talk about your ex-boyfriend. Really good stuff. Like, actually very good stuff. I see why it's so effective, now that I'm in the female mind.
And there's a reason she does it. Without being extremely forceful, sidestep it. Like I just said in the last 2 videos. You're welcome.
Disregard everything the woman wants. You do what you want, and you don't accept rejection. This guy's good. This guy's good. I see it now.
Let's talk about my nails. I'm a professional dating coach, and I teach guys how to understand the female mind. Here's the thing. If you think this thing you learned in high school, or that, is the best way to get a girl to, oh my god, to an O, Jesus Christ.
Not even God could have mercy on your soul if you had that belief. Alpha's about to tear that shit down and blast your ass with real knowledge on how to get a girl to an O. And you can tell he's reliable because he's wearing his sunglasses and his leather jacket with the collar popped. So you know he just finished a threesome with 2 supermodels right before hopping in this car right now. And he's taking time out of his busy day of fucking mashing pissers with the hottest women on the planet to try and teach us barbarians how we can be even an iota of the man that Alpha is.
I can drag my fingers down a girl's back and cause one. If you don't know what a TO is, I can't go into, you should know them. TO and AO, Skin-O, especially a mental O. If you've never had given a girl a mental O, gotta tell ya, you're a kiddie league. Stepping into the arena with the pros, and you have no idea what you're doing.
You disgusting coward, you're a 3rd-rate duelist with a 4th-rate deck. Yeah, you're in the junior leagues. You're not ready for the men's Thunderdome. If you don't know what a TO is, which he refuses to elaborate on and gets really hung up on, so it makes me wonder if he knows what it is. But if you don't know what that is, even if you're not familiar with this nomenclature, you're already fucked. If you've never given a girl a mental O, hoo-wee, you stink. brother. But yeah, so I was trying to like analyze these terms because I'd never heard them before. So putting together context clues, I think a TO is a titty orgasm. I think an AO is an anal orgasm. Fucking, I've never heard these before. TO, AO, Cheerio, which is a breakfast cereal. Like, I don't, who uses those terms?
Guy, sorry. Little tip. Put a glove on with a long nail and rake. Not hard. You're welcome.
Now, this is going to come as a shock to all of you watching this, and you're probably not going to believe me, but it's the truth. Somehow, people on TikTok were making fun of this guy, so he responded to the haters.
So, I'm going to try to gain composure in this one. I've filmed this video way too many fucking times.
No, you didn't. That's an absolute lie. You're trying to put on a strong face because you're the alpha, but it's pretty clear the comments and what people are saying got to you, got under your skin, and you're making this as a strong response to it where you're laughing in their face. But the laugh is so unbelievably forced and fake, it's very clear. This shit looks like some kind of high school drama club audition laugh.
But I kind of want to show you guys. I kind of want to show you the elite level of hate that I'm dealing with. Oh, dude, look. I am literally, that's fucking real fucking cry laughing. All right.
He just has a full-blown Joker meltdown. This app deserves a new class of dating coach, and I'm gonna give it to him. Yeah, that's kind of just the whole video response where he's like, I can't believe all this hate. You guys are giving me fame. You playing right into the palm of my hands type shit. But anyway, you get the idea. Just another dog shit dating coach scam looking to capitalize off of people's insecurity and desperation to try and find a partner. Just wanted to talk about it a little bit. That's it. So yeah. So I wanted to start with this story. I haven't watched this yet. I've only read the cliff notes. There's a gym owner who owns a for females only gym, I believe. Yeah, 24-hour gym for females. And he has been caught red-handed, pants down, basically, with a camera in the woman's bathroom. And he's defending himself here in a statement trying to explain away why it's there. And I haven't watched the interview, so I'm pretty excited to see what his explanation could be. I wonder if he's going to try and take it on the chin and be like, I put it there. What are you going to do about it, huh? It's my gym. Or if he's going to be like, no, I got framed. Burglar broke in and installed a camera, dirty pervert. So let's see what kind of tactic he chooses.
I suspected someone of stealing from me. I spent some time. I'm part of their family.
Let me just stop you right there. So you suspect they steal from you. But why do you put the camera in the bathroom? If you have like a really strong suspicion, you could kind of just like confront them on it. I don't think you need to gather locker room evidence and keep a camera installed there for it. Also, what are they stealing from the gym? Dumbbells? I feel like there's not a whole lot of contraband. I guess maybe snacks? Like, there's not a whole lot that you could really take from a gym. Easily, that is. You could just wait for them after you have a suspicion and then, like, confront them and check their bag or something.
I confronted them directly about it.
Nice.
They denied it.
Okay.
I had 99% certainty it was them.
Why not just...
could have kicked them out.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
An absolute life-altering decision to put it there in the bathroom.
I still don't see how that really solves the problem. You could have just revoked their membership. If you're 99% sure, you don't need to install a security camera in the woman's bathroom in order to get that extra 1% of certainty. For your own peace of mind, and for the sake of staying out of criminal charges, you could have just pulled the trigger and said, hey, look, I think you're stealing from me. I think you're lying. Please don't come back to the gym. You didn't need to have your security camera there as well. This all feels like a very convenient lie for why the security camera would be in the woman's bathroom.
And they arrived, and I said, this is my option, this is my opportunity to do it. At which point, the new member that had been here for 4 days instead goes in there.
Oh no.
Arrives at that earlier time before 5 o'clock. I thought to stop them. They find it. bring it to my attention.
So it wasn't even like a hidden camera or anything. This man just set up like a, what, like a tripod or something with a camera in there? Making it look like a Brazzers photo shoot? So he only had it up for a day. Very interesting. Not even a crafty peeping Tom, just a very egregious planting of a camera. There's no excuse. Well, obviously not, man. This guy's fishing for any crumb that he can drum together to explain why he puts a camera in the woman's locker room. He was better off saying they're stealing from other members. Oh, you should be his PR guy. You're right, that would have been a stronger position for him to take. I put it there for the safety of all the other women. We had a criminal amongst us, and I had to catch him. I did this for all of you, ladies. Now, which one of you is coming to my house tonight, Yeah, you were onto something with that one. Also, one thing I've always thought is kind of weird is when it's like a man behind a women's only facility, or rather a women-focused facility. Like, it just feels weird to have this guy be the one behind 24-hour gym for females. I don't know if that's, like, only for women or not, but I feel like that's just kind of an odd thing to do. Like, that's kind of a red flag. I feel like that should be, like, this is woman-owned and operated, and it's for women, primarily, as opposed to having this guy kind of come in. It seems more, like, alarming to me, but maybe that's just me. I don't know, maybe I'm thinking too deeply on it now, in hindsight being 2020.
I am doing the same thing with the police when they arrive, at which point, due to my criminal past, everything that I've been through, I knew it was not going to look good. Yeah,
because it's not good.
Spoke to detectives the next day.
What's his criminal past? Is that in the article here? God, Lord have mercy. Hopefully not sex crimes. So they had a search warrant to his residence where they found a ghost gun and misdemeanor quantity of testosterone. I know what they mean, but this is like a pretty cool statement. He had too much testosterone. They're coming for our testosterone, boys. Run and hide. I know what this is, though. I understand what this charge is. It just sounds silly. So he was charged with felon in possession of firearm, felon in possession of ammunition, and possession of an undetectable firearm, and was also charged with 2 misdemeanors of using an instrument to view an area of privacy and possession of testosterone. Possession of testosterone, such a cool charge. Again, I know exactly what they're referring to, but fuck me, it sounds cool. He had 7 previous convictions for various crimes, including drug charges, public intoxication, DUI, prowling between 2006 and 2008. All the convictions were purged from his record in 2018. So they clarified that he was only charged with recording in a place of privacy surreptitiously? What the fuck is that word? Surreptitiously? He was not charged in a crime for sexual gratification. Henry Cavill might get 20 to life for his testosterone levels. Oh, he's possessing too much testosterone, you're right. He's not leaving enough testosterone for the rest of us. He should be charged.
And so, why speak now?
Now that there's been a determination of no images or photography of any non-consensual nature, now that I have people who really count on me, wondering if I'm someone to do something like this, and now that I'm just no longer wanting to take only legal advice, I want to speak freely, because I just feel like this is what I need to do.
I don't know, man. It just seems highly unlikely that anyone's this stupid to put a camera in the woman's bathroom in order to catch someone stealing less than $400 from you? I don't think so. I think he had a great lawyer, is what it sounds like to me. You'd have to be criminally stupid to think that that's a good idea. Like, legitimately. Basically saying he wasn't beating his meat watching women. Surreptitiously means in secret. Ah. He just found out that's illegal. Your Honor, you haven't taken into account that I didn't know I couldn't do this. You're free to go.
I spent so much time creating a place that was security and reprieve from life's craziness. And this has made it to where this place is now felt as the most uncomfortable and most violating place to be. And I am...
Yeah, interesting how that works when you put a camera in the bathroom. Fascinating. Again, I don't know if I necessarily buy into the, I don't necessarily buy the testosterone he's peddling here about how he just did this because he was trying to catch a thief. I really struggle to come to terms with the reality where someone doesn't realize you can't put a fucking camera in the woman's bathroom, or any bathroom for that matter. Like, I feel like everybody has to know that. Oh, well here, this actually goes into what was stolen. He told the Tribune around June he discovered some of his personal grooming products were missing from the vanity in one of the bathrooms. He said he stored teeth whitening gel, tanning foam, and a tanning glove, and $180 worth of face serum beneath the sink in a place that he felt was clear it was not for public use. Why would you store it there, though? If it was getting taken, like, I truly believe they just didn't know that it wasn't for, like, communal use. Why would you be storing your personal grooming products in your women's only gym restroom? What is that logic? Oh, he placed a GoPro in the bathroom. Corgan said he discussed what to do with one of his closest employees and his ex-girlfriend and ultimately decided to place a GoPro in the bathroom facing the vanity. Why would you ask your ex-girlfriend for advice on how to handle this? This seems like like sabotage from her, like getting in his ear. No, Corgan. GoPro in the women's bathroom. It's the only way. Is to get back at him. Yeah, GoPro's not exactly the most discreet or anything. Man just fucking posted that shit up. He situated it at a 45-degree angle on top of a mop bucket left by his janitor, ensuring it was pointed at the vanity without the toilet in frame. He said he did not put a memory card in the camera and did not have it on a setting where it stored recordings or photos to a cloud-based system. What the fuck? He just placed it on top of a mop bucket? How would he think someone wouldn't see that? He may as well have just set up a tripod. He honestly may have well just set up a tripod and tried to play it off like, oh my god, I was filming TikToks in that bathroom earlier and just forgot it. He said he put it on live view setting where he had to be within 30 feet of the camera to view the feed. He said he planned to only view it when his friend was in the gym. Okay. He seems very remorseful in this video, but I think that's mainly because he knows his goose is cooked. Like, this is a pretty indefensible thing. His business is going to shut down. I can't imagine, well, I don't know if it will or not, but I can't imagine any women are going to feel safe going there again. You have the gym owner putting a fucking GoPro in your bathroom. Let's just assume that he's being honest and he's just so stupid to catch a thief that he would do that. That's still a pretty dangerous person to be around. To someone that dumb. That would be unsafe. So I feel like any of his clients or any women that are looking for a gym membership would steer clear from this place, rightfully so, as a result. In the modern landscape of the cyberspace, you need to get creative when it comes to promoting your brand or your product. And I want to introduce you to a lady who's on the front lines of innovation, a true pioneer, to promote her OnlyFans. Her name is Camilla, and she's been making headlines this week because of one very degenerate marketing strategy she had for her OnlyFans work. And every headline reporting this called her the girl from Mr. Beast's Squid Game, which was really baffling to me because I didn't recall there being like some kind of front and center superstar girl from the Mr. Beast Squid Games. So I looked into it, and apparently she had like a very brief appearance in that video, and a bunch of curious coomers looked her up praying she had an OnlyFans, and it kind of blew her up, and then eventually she answered all of their prayers by making the OnlyFans, and now her entire Instagram is dedicated to promotional material just for that. It's all her Instagram is. All she does is try and lead people to that content. A pretty interesting X-Men origin story for Camilla, and I can't help but notice some shades of familiarity between her story and mine. As all of you know, I was front and center of the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 with my iconic performance as District 8 hospital helper, and that experience helped elevate and propel my presence online. very similar to her start. However, our paths diverged, whereas she went to showing her butthole, I went to talking about butthole. So on the forked road, we went our separate ways. And now she's making some weird choices when it comes to how she promotes her OnlyFans. So the one that got her in a lot of hot water is this one.
How does it feel to have a sister that has an OF?
My friends always ask me if it's pink, but I don't really know what they mean by that. NANI? Do you know?
Jesus Christ. Click the link in my bio. I can't.
It should be pretty obvious why this was disturbing and upsetting for most people. She's using her brother, who is a child, to promote her OnlyFans content. That is some twisted shit. So she has him say that his friends tease him and ask if it's pink, which is talking about her vagina. So she feeds him that line to say, asking about her beef curtains, so that way she can pretend to be shocked that he said it. And of course this is all complete with the Zoomer editing stock sound effect package, so there's constant fucking sound effects and jingling keys going off on every single action, which is beyond annoying. But it's just so weird to use a kid, your own brother, to promote your OnlyFans, and then have him say something about your pussy. Or rather, his friends say something about your pussy. It's so gross. And she just keeps doing it too, diving deeper and deeper into this unhinged lunacy, using her family as her main method of OnlyFans promotion. So she's brought on her cousins, apparently her grandparents too, though that one, there's a bit of a conspiracy there and we'll get to it. And she's used her brother in another follow-up video once this one blew up, once again trying to capitalize off it.
So this tweet's going viral on Twitter right now, so I figured I'd call my brother and just check on him, see how he's doing. It's not looking too good, so.
Honestly, I don't even want to fucking hear from you anymore. I'm blowing up on Twitter.
Bro.
I'm fighting for my life on my group chat, and so I better see myself in Disneyland by tonight, alright? I fucking hate you.
Click the link in my bio so I can take him to Disney. Bro, is he like actually even...
I actually feel really bad for the kid here because I do think there absolutely is some level of bullying that's probably happened to him as a result of that video blowing up. And it's not like he wanted to be the marketing mascot for his sister's OnlyFans content. That's just her depraved idea. And she's doing it again here, double dipping with this awful fucking idea of using her brother for OnlyFans promotion. I don't know who could ever think it's a good idea to have a child advertise porn for them. Like, there's no way that's legal. That's probably, like, actually a crime. That's probably illegal. I don't know if she does, like, full nudity and, like, full porn or anything like that, but even still, that there's still no way that it's legal to have a child advertise potentially sexually explicit material. Like, there's just no way that that's allowed.
What's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you since your, older cousin does OF?
One of my brother's older friends showed me a picture of something you posted.
NANI? How did that make you feel?
Just awkward at the moment.
Do you still love me?
Yes.
Love you.
She does a couple of these interviews with her family about her doing OnlyFans. Like, hey, how weird's it been now that I'm out here doing OnlyFans, right? Like, isn't that kind of pretty wacky, huh? Any stories to tell? And they're like, well, yeah, I mean, some people make jokes about it and, send some mean shit in a group chat. And she's like, oh, haha, but you still love me, right? And they're like, I mean, yeah, I guess. So I don't know why she thinks this is good advertising. It's just really uncomfortable. It's one thing to have a family that's totally supportive and okay with you doing that kind of content, and a totally different thing to bring them on camera and then ask them deep questions about OnlyFans and like, oh, well, what have you seen from my OnlyFans and what are people saying about my OnlyFans, relative, huh? Like, that's just weird. It's super weird.
What's the craziest reaction you've gotten from your older cousin having an OF?
People send me things in my group chat, like TikToks.
How do you feel about that?
I feel like really awkward and weird.
Are you embarrassed?
I don't even know. It's just like when they send it, it's like, whatever.
Do you still love me?
Yeah.
I just don't understand why you'd ever want to not only ask your cousin these kind of questions, but then film it and then use it for marketing material for your OnlyFans. It just doesn't make sense. Why do you want them to talk about you being naked on OnlyFans? That's your cousin. I don't know, that is just really yucky. Like, this whole idea she's running with here about bringing all of her family into her OnlyFans ads is so fucked up.
What's the freakiest thing you guys have ever done?
Well, the Chevy was...
Grandma! Earl! Grandma, you used to get...
And now this is where the tinfoil hat's coming on. So she calls them grandma in the video, and the caption says grandma and grandpa. So we're led to believe these are her grandparents that she's doing this very goofy, uncomfortable interview with here about their sexual escapades, you know. Grandma, Grandpa, when's the last time you two steamed ham, huh? When was the last time you did a little bedroom rodeo? And then she's like, oh, you used to get down and dirty, Grandma? Oh my goodness, why I never. Heavens to Betsy. And yeah, that's goofy, cringy kind of stuff, but it's not nearly as weird as having them turn around and just start plugging your OnlyFans. But then things take like a very sinister, incestual turn.
You had 15 minutes with me, what would you do?
Always been curious what it'd be like to be with a woman.
You had 15 minutes with me, what would you do?
Well, you know,
And then she also has one where she does kiss or slap game with Grandmammy. Old Meemaw, would you rather kiss or slap her granddaughter's ass? It's so fucked up. So, the conspiracy is, those aren't her real grandparents. They're just actors. And I think that's probably the case. I can't imagine she would just go into incest proudly like this. That would be truly off the rails. So I imagine that they're actors. Which then begs the question, why? Why do this? It's still so creepy. Now, I'm pretty sure those are actors, but I don't think her cousins were, and I don't think her brother is. Like, I don't think you'd be able to hire a child to promote your sexually explicit material. That would 100% be beyond illegal. Like, she would be thrown in jail for that shit, I imagine, like, on the spot. So that's probably her real family there, but then she used her grandparents to continue doing this family OnlyFans kind of push, which is... It's so weird. Why would you want your family pushing your OnlyFans? And then, even bigger question, why would you want your child brother pushing your OnlyFans? This whole thing from Camilla is horrifying. It's so fucked up. It's so weird. So all of like the backlash she received isn't surprising, and she's still going. She's still doing this kind of shit. Like, these videos aren't that old at all. It's still continuously developing. Like, she is still engaged in this kind of content and these kind of marketing pushes. So yeah, I just wanted to share this with you because this is just a really creepy situation that I thought was just fucking weird. So yeah, that's really about it. So yeah. Today I watched a video that was physically painful for me to sit through, which is pretty uncharacteristic because I'm not really the kind of guy to cringe at anything or find it hard to finish a video. I've never failed a try not to cringe challenge or anything like that. I'm the kind of guy that could watch 2 Girls, 1 Cup while eating chocolate ice cream and not feel a thing. But I saw a video today that was just hard for me to watch because it reminded me so much of me. A while ago I made this video telling an embarrassing story from my life where I hyped myself up in the mirror for days leading up to this climax where I would go to GameStop and tell the girl that worked there she was beautiful, and then I finally did it. I panicked and ran away from her, just sprinted out of there as if the building was on fire. It was basically a ding-dong ditch with a fucking creepy compliment attached to it. To this day, I'm still shocked she didn't report me to authorities, just call the police as I was running away. I wouldn't have been surprised to see a police sketch of my face posted on all the wanted posters or something looking for the creepy GameStop guy. But anyway, this is relevant because the video I want to share with you today, it's a video of a guy who did almost exactly what I did, but without running away. And my god, it's bad. It proved to me that I made the right call sprinting out of there that day, because it could have been much worse. It could have been as bad as what you're about to see here. It's very clear that under no circumstances does this ever really work, because real life is just not like anime.
What?
High school?
No.
Graduated?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're in college?
Mm-hmm.
Where?
Kent.
Okay. The surroundings now?
Yeah, it's about 40 minutes.
This guy's smooth, the small talk is going well, you can see that she's really engaged in the conversation and enjoying every second of it. This is, I think what the pickup artist community calls the Shogun method. It's like a forbidden jutsu because it's deemed too powerful. It makes women just want you all the time and you drown in sodden panties. So the Shogun method is just outlawed in most countries for being just too strong. But this guy he's breaking all the rules. He's busting out the Shogun method right here, right now, and you can really see just how effective it is.
How old are you?
19. I think you got it. Yep.
What city is Kent in?
Kent.
I really do wonder how long he'd been here trying to flirt like this for, because she stopped and started the recording multiple times and he was still going. She also started this video like in the middle of a conversation that he was trying to start. So I have to imagine it'd been like 10 minutes of him just unsuccessfully fucking diarrheaing out bad small talk. Like, I don't know why he'd continue when it's very clear she's not interested. She's giving one-word answers. Yeah, no, Kent. And he's like, yes, fuck, nice, jackpot, bang.
There's a city called Kent and the college is called Kent. Is that like East Cleveland?
No, it's Kent, Ohio.
So it's not even part of Cleveland?
No.
It's part of Northeast Ohio?
I guess.
I'm gonna take this.
Okay.
My country.
My man's been stun-locked by Kent. He's on like a whole side quest with the Kent lore here, and it's not really doing him any favors. And then he gets a little quirky and takes money out of their tip jar, I guess. I don't really know what that is about, but, you know, all power to him. You know, if I can't get this girl's number, I might as well take the money from the tips over here, so that she'll remember me then as a bad boy.
321.
Can I pay with this? And oh shit, it's already in there. Is both these mine? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah. You wanna know my pin?
I'm good.
Damn. Shucks, I can't believe that one didn't work. You know, they say chivalry's dead, but come on, this guy's doing his best, offering to give away his PIN number to her. I mean, that's sweet. There's no doubt in my mind this guy doesn't give a fuck about stickers. He came in here because he must have seen her when he was walking by. I think this is a hot topic, I'm not sure. And he's like, oh my god, I've got to go in and at least try. So he just sat there for a little bit. He's like, I can do this, I can fucking do this. He went in there, panicked, and grabbed a handful of fucking Adventure Time stickers or something. He's like, oh my god, shit, I have to commit to this. Maybe that's what ruined his chances. She thought less of him because he was buying stickers. He should have just done the Always Sunny in Philadelphia method. Should have just went in there and just, hey, where do you keep your Magnum condoms for my Magnum dong? Also, what's the deal with Kent? You know, he really likes Kent, I guess, because he's treated this lady like she's the goddamn tour guide for Kent. So, I mean, I feel like there might have been a better play if he had only just grabbed the better item. Because there's no doubt in my mind he is not here actually shopping for stickers. He just happened to pick those up because he needed some excuse to be at the cash register.
Do you want your receipt?
I'm okay.
Alright, you're all set.
Am I though?
Yep.
Are you sure about that? Do you have Instagram?
No.
You're too cool for Instagram?
I don't like social media.
Why not?
Perpetuate some bad vibes from people.
You're cute.
Thanks.
I didn't even know it was this possible to look so uninterested and uncomfortable in a social situation. She is like actually collapsing into herself from the fucking cringe of this guy right now. It's unbearable even from an outside perspective. I can only imagine how awful it must have been to like literally be there. I bet other shoppers in the store, if there are any, also haven't forgotten this day if they overheard this conversation or saw this from a distance, because my god. So this is when he finally drops the "you're cute" line, which in my case was beautiful. Mine was a little better, I'd say. And then he didn't run away. He sat there and just fucking waited for a long time. He should have just ran away, honestly. Like, he should have taken a page out of my playbook from my embarrassing fucking history of trying to talk to girls, because it would have saved him at least a little bit more embarrassment.
Protect yourself?
No.
You ever go to the beach?
Not really.
Or like Erie? On a boat?
It's not really a beach, is it? It's a lake.
You can start to feel the desperation setting in as he knows that he needs to get out of the store quickly before security gets called, so he just starts talking about items he sees around the store like a game of I Spy. The hacky sack. You like hacky sack? Fucking feet? Do you like feet? I'm wearing shoes. Do you like my shoes? You know, you can really see that he's trying his best, but knows that, you know, the clock's kind of running out here. It ends kind of in a bit of a cliffhanger because you can hear him sigh, so you know he's still there. And I have to imagine that he probably just walked away after this because there's no follow-up or anything. So hopefully that's like the happy ending here. She didn't have to continue being bothered. And hopefully he learns a valuable lesson. I know I did when I did something similar. So I can only pray that he also learned the same lesson. Just don't really bother people while they're trying to work. You're not the main character in the world, so stop acting like it. Anyway, that's really about it. So yeah, I'm not a man who scares easily. Horror games, horror movies, horror videos, they don't do shit to me. They don't frighten me even a little bit. And I already know there's going to be some people in the comments claiming that I'm afraid of cockroaches. And I just want to go ahead and put those rumors to bed once and for all. Yes, I realize in the past there's been times where I've encountered a cockroach and you've heard me screech and squeal and scream. But that's not because I was doing it out of fear. It's actually an offensive battle tactic. What I was doing was screaming to try and stun the cockroach with sound to overload it so it couldn't fly away. Because in Florida we have palmetto bugs, which are basically flying cockroaches. So by screaming, I stun it. Kind of like how a banshee attacks. So just wanted to clear the air on that. Not afraid of cockroaches. In fact, I'm just 10 steps above the standard cockroach hunting methods. I've employed advanced tactics, which include the loud noises that I make. So I'm not afraid of that, but today I would like to share something with you that genuinely terrifies me. It's a TikTok account called Bugs Workout. When you click on a bug workout video, you have a 50-50 chance of seeing simulated rape. Literally about half of his TikTok videos are him in a situation where his goblin friends tie a girl's legs down or weigh them down, and then he comes in, takes off his shirt, and insinuates that he's gonna rape her. And his friends look on all excited and doing some of this, like there's some cartoon evil villains. Just look at his accomplice here, Slim Shady. I mean, he is smiling ear to ear. He looks like a kid on Christmas morning who's so excited he just saw that new bicycle he'd always wanted under the tree. But here, he's just excited to see his friend's cock as he fucks without consent. It's so creepy and weird. There's a ton of videos that he's posted just like this. I'll share just one more with you though. This shameless Cro-Magnon has clearly found his niche and he embraces it fully. I'm pretty sure there's not a single video on his TikTok account that doesn't have him shirtless, and I'm pretty sure the only workout this guy does is endless crunches. This guy's entire physique looks like it comes from a WikiHow guide on how to be a TikTok douchebag. It looks like he's neglected most of the other muscle groups, especially his chest. His chest looks really underdeveloped. Not like this titanium carbon fiber chest of an Adonis that I'm rocking. Watch these bad boys dance. Look at these milkers. Yeah, you see this? Fuck yeah. Oh yeah. Can't really see it through a baggy shirt, but just take my word for it. These bad boys are a-bouncing. But anyway, as you would expect, people eventually started to question why he kept doing videos that were this rapey. People kept saying, you know, rape's not really a joke. Why do you keep doing this? Please stop doing this shit. So in response to all the people making a hoopla about his rape videos on TikTok, he decided to do the rape videos but with a little bit of a twist, a bit of a positive message at the end of them. And just like that, bug workout ended rape. As you can see, a very positive message. If you're friends with a rapist, take your shirt off after they've tied up the woman, and then untie her and marry her, because she will be so grateful to you for not raping her. I mean, it's genius. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at another one. Hit the rapist with an Expelliarmus there, pushed him away with the force. It would have been better if it was the police doing this, I would think. But yeah, so this is his new trend where it's almost rape, but then we learn a valuable lesson that it's bad to do those things, I think, is what he's trying to get. I'm not really fucking sure, to be honest. But this is only the beginning. You know, he does a lot more than just fetishize rape in public, and the fact that he does all of these things in public, like these are just public stores, you can even see people in the background often in these videos, is beyond shameless and disturbing. But let's go ahead and see another thing that he also likes to do. Sexual predation in public as well. Taking pictures of women's panties, oh, the upskirts, pretty wild stuff. He has like 100 of these. There was just so many. I just decided to choose the most recent one. Also happens to be his newest TikTok that he uploaded today. So he's a big fan of this kind of shit. And I mean, just good content, I'd say. The reason why this account actually terrifies me is because there are people in the comments that aren't calling out how disgusting it is. There are people saying like, oh yeah, can't wait to try this, or damn, what a prank, or holy shit, this is so hot. And the fact that those little kids and the impressionable weirdos on there are taking this as like something to celebrate is terrifying.
Caption here, you need to pay attention to people before losing them. Oh, she didn't pay attention to him and he's surrounded by little girls? What?
This one comes from Leon Lush, who also made a video on him. This is just another example of something that makes me feel like he's a fucking creepy psychopath. I don't even understand the message here. His girlfriend wasn't paying attention to him, so then he went to a bunch of little children to give him love and affection. Like, it's so odd. This guy is just very fucking weird and creepy. Bug workout, and the boys just love a good old gang bang, a big old gang rape there, and instantly producing a baby. Pretty fucking wild skit. Just boys being bugs, am I right? Just some bug boys being dude bros. Even when it's not reducing women to sexual objects to be conquered on his TikTok, he still posts some absolutely fucking dumb shit. For instance, this one here. The only good part of this video is his friend getting in a free foot sniff. You can see him just taking a huge huff. He's going in on those feety fumes. And he actually kisses it on the way up. So, I mean, his friend really enjoyed this TikTok, if no one else. I also don't really know why he was missing a shoe. That was probably the only way to bribe his friend to even be in it. Like, hey, be in my TikTok. Nope, only if you take a shoe off so I can sniff your shit. He said, fuck it. It's wild stuff. I think this is the creepiest TikTok account I've seen so far. 8 million followers. Over 8 million followers for this shit. That's why it's so scary. 8.3 million people saw this channel, this fucking degenerate douchebag, and were like, yeah, this is okay and entertaining. Crazy. That's about it. See ya. Spooky vid time. We can see what Mr. Nightmare's up to, sure. 5 most disturbing videos taken in an attic.
Of course, it'll usually be dismissed as house settling noises. Because who would ever imagine that someone or something would actually be up in your attic? Or, God forbid, on your roof, right?
Ooh, hold on. Before this gets going, I think I already know one he's going to show. He's going to show that one we watched a while ago from Inside Edition where the neighbor made a secret passage into their attic in order to watch them sleep. And the guy put in like a GoPro camera to watch him, and it's just like this weird bald guy who looks like Schmeagol from Lord of the Rings, just like crawling through and looking down at them. You guys remember him? Man looked like he was perpetually covered in a thick film of grease. And then he got arrested, and I think his the punishment was he's not allowed to do that again. Like, I don't think he went to jail or anything, he's not allowed to go back to their house. It was basically, hey, can you not go into their attic? He got caught because the father noticed one night that there was a light coming from his attic, and it was the guy with a flashlight looking down or something. It was crazy. Shit was wild. He's a tier 1 crustacean.
Well, these videos may make you want to install cameras. Jerome and Ashley Kennedy,
this is the one. Immediately into it.
With their 10-month-old
yes.
baby, were living comfortably.
This is the one I was talking about.
Above their heads in their own home. The row house next door that was being renovated was owned by 73-year-old Robert Havrilla, who's described
there he literally looks like a guy that would be crawling in attics. Like, this is the attic boogeyman. It's like he was born in there and never left. So he keeps trying to find his way back. Yeah, fuck yeah. Immediately into this one.
Very reclusive and known to keep to himself. Jerome was in bed one night when he heard noises above him in the attic. The kinds of noises that weren't just house noises.
Yep,
he knew somebody was up there. Then he noticed a light shining through a pipe, as if it were searching for a place to look through. So Jerome installed a surveillance camera in his attic, and a day later, caught on tape was many people's worst nightmare. His neighbor Robert in his attic, carrying a power drill, looking into the bedroom. His neighbor had made a removable wall to gain access to their attic. It wasn't just the attic, though. Jerome also found perfectly round holes in the common wall between the two row houses. The shapes indicate that Robert the neighbor was drilling holes through the wall. Cops were called, and Robert was charged with stalking and trespassing, which he pled not guilty to. Robert's attorney made a statement that his client had no bad intentions. He claims he was in the attic for maintenance reasons connected to his renovations, not to peep on anyone or do anything malicious.
Yeah, he looks like he's renovating up there. No, you see, Your Honor, my client was actually up there looking for lost Pokemon cards. With the recent boom in prices, he realized his grandchildren must have had some good ones that he stored in the attic at one point. There was nothing weird about it. And the fact that he had a flashlight while looking through the pipe into the neighbor's house is truly just a coincidence and a misunderstanding.
Anybody with half a brain would know this is BS. The many holes drilled in the common wall and through the ceiling in the attic were without a doubt meant to spy on his neighbors. Strangely enough, it appears Robert was aware of the camera that Jerome had placed, as he looks right at him.
It's like an alien.
So why he continued to do
it's
what
like a
he
baby
did
alien.
is unknown. When the window doesn't provide a good view of what it could be, he decides to go outside for a better view, and this is what he sees.
Alright, let's see. Oh, it's gonna be Slender Man. I feel it.
Fuck is that?
Oh, well, this shit is fake. Damn.
Fuck.
Wait, what is that? Something from a Studio Ghibli movie? What am I looking at?
Hey!
It's half ahead of what looks to be either some kind of creature or perhaps somebody wearing a mask.
Oh my god! It's La Llorona!
No other information is known of this video. Was it some kind of creature? Some people in the comments were saying it could be an owl. Others think it was a person in a mask with malintents,
Man, what the fuck?
possibly trying to break into the house.
Man, what the fuck? An owl? Bro, what kind of... What? It's just a staged YouTube video. I don't think any fucking owl looks like that.
And his dad sounded concerned and told him to go upstairs and check on the hot water heater, which is actually in their attic, a very uncommon place to find a water heater. Steven's dad was worried that something was wrong with the water heater and that the sounds he was hearing were coming from it. So Steven obliged and proceeded to go up into the attic, but not without recording.
Well, that's another fake one. Mr. Nightmare has always done, like, real shit from everything we've seen. And the first video here was real, but the last couple here have been fake. Or at least this one seems like it's about to be fake.
Steven checked the water heater and saw that it was completely fine. He then appeared to be leaving the attic, and that's when he heard a sound that caught his attention. As Steven heard something come from inside a large, long box, he took a closer look at it and saw someone's eye peeking out.
He's just trying to use his imagination like SpongeBob and Patrick.
The 17-year-old was
Leave him
probably
alone.
in shock. And
I would have stomped that box flat. No, you would not. You would not. I know for a fact you wouldn't. I don't know you personally, but I know you wouldn't. Assuming that's real, there's not a single goddamn person in this chat that would have, like, fought that guy. All of you would have run. No way. You're not like the hero of an anime. I know I do this too. Everyone comes up with these like crazy scenarios. I would stop a school shooting if I was there. I would charge him and then disarm him using Dale Brown's kung fu techniques from the Detroit Survival Fitness. I would be the man to do it. But you wouldn't. You just wouldn't.
So the man decides to go up there with a light and camera and check it out.
In gamer? That Ray William Johnson?
The man looks around for several minutes but doesn't see anything out of the ordinary. As the wife is clearly very distressed and scared, the man maintains a calm, reassuring demeanor about the situation.
What's going on with the audio? They're going through a tunnel? Oh my, wait, that was actually Gollum. That is literally Gollum.
It appears to be the wrinkled, gray face of an old man, peering down at the couple for a very brief moment with an eerie expression. It quickly disappears back into the darkness above, going undetected by the couple. Some people believe that it may have been a homeless elderly man who was taking refuge in the couple's attic.
No, I don't think it is. I don't. This is like a weird stock asset of, I guess, Dobby the house elf. That is not a wrinkly old man. This dude, like, looked down the ladder like a boss fight in Dark Souls. He just, like, swung his head over out of nowhere. It's not like a wrinkly old man. Plus, the guy that went in the attic would have seen him.
Yeah, gotta climb on them.
God, what oh, it's like an infrared. I feel like I'm in an AC-130 right now. Like that Modern Warfare mission. Good lord.
These are the shingles.
Hey, thanks for the 5 gift subs, gamer. Appreciate it, man. Here's some Gorski. Wait a minute, that's the same goddamn guy that was in the other attic. What kind of cryptid is this? The attic? Bald man?
Oh my god.
He grabbed his rifle and returned to his roof, but the creature was no longer there. The creature seems to be bald with a large round head, but no facial features can be seen.
Damn. Well, one of those videos was real. The other 4 were also real. Goddamn, there's an epidemic right now of rakes living on people's roofs, I guess. Fuck, we're gonna have to do something about that. If I was to ever do a tier list of creepy guys on the internet, the guy I'm about to show you would be the undeniable, top-tier, triple S super smokin' style creep god. The individual you're about to see almost makes that guy that was sending pig carcasses to the coworker he loved seem sane. I know I've called one other person in a video the creepiest guy ever, but the man I'm about to show you today, I think is far more disturbed, so much so that I'm actually somewhat concerned for the safety of the people around him. I'm sure you've seen this video floating around right now because it's going viral, and for good reason. It is scary.
The Cracker Barrel, and I was going to play a song for a woman that I kind of like, and I got there, and she saw me, and she immediately pulled away, and I wasn't forcing her to listen or anything, you know, I just wanted to play the song for her. You know, give her own choice if she wanted to be with me.
Now, I'll quickly bring you up to speed on what's happening right now with the lore. So, the cops are there because the guy called them, I believe. So, he's a Kaioken times 10 weirdo. He called the cops because he wanted to report this girl's dad. a girl that he chased around while playing his music to try and win her love. And his music is downright horrifying. It sounds like 5 trash cans being violently slammed together while someone's getting murdered in an alleyway for the vocals. I have been so deep in this rabbit hole learning about this man. It's been like an episode of Mike Rowe's Dirty Jobs just gathering all this information. I'm gonna play you just a quick snippet from one of his tracks.
Fire sprout to the moon, to the top and grow! Elements coming together now! Whoa! Feel the rap!
The voice of an angel. I can't believe this plan didn't work. It's so romantic it sounds straight out of a Disney film. He also keeps saying he was giving her a choice to listen to his music and fall in love with him. Even though there's no choice here because he was stalking her and chasing her, playing this over his fucking boombox, I guess. But anyway, she was so frightened that she ended up calling her dad, and her dad got in contact with him and said some mean things to him. So the guy then called the cops on the dad, hoping to like get him arrested or file something against him.
You know?
Does she know you?
Yeah, I worked with her there for like 5-6 months.
Did y'all have a relationship?
No, we were talking a little bit, but it never really got serious.
Okay.
But anyways, I pulled up there, and I was in the other parking lot, and I saw her get in her car, and I was like, oh shoot, it's my moment. So I pulled up there next to her, and she pulled away from me, and so I chased her a little bit, just because, I don't know, women are crazy. Like, I felt like she like wanted me to chase her.
Do you not think chasing somebody's crazy?
Well, it's just like, I only went like a couple blocks down the street.
God, it's so sad that women can't appreciate a good, nice guy like this. Women are so weird. How can they not appreciate a complete psychopath chasing them around for a few blocks while blaring music that sounds like the soundtrack to a slaughterhouse?
Just saying, don't you think chasing somebody's crazy when they obviously don't want to?
Well, I had my song playing, and I wanted to like her to hear it, maybe.
Well, apparently she didn't want to hear it, right? So what else happened? Let's get on these.
His complete lack of remorse and disconnection from reality is startling. Oh no, it's not weird. Like, I'm not weird. Why are you trying to say that I'm the crazy one for chasing her? I had my song playing. Oh, did I forget to mention that? My song was playing, so now everything's justified. Like, I wanted her to hear it so she'd have a choice to fall in love with me, obviously.
Her father called me up, and he made some threats to me and to my life.
Okay.
And so I just want to have his name on file.
What did he say to you?
I think he said he's going to stab me, like, but he's like cussing at me.
He said that, or he did say that?
He says, I'm going to do something to you. I swear I'd do something to you.
For chasing his daughter?
Yeah, but it wasn't chasing. It was like going down a couple streets. Like, that's like fun to women. Like, women like that. A little bit of excitement.
No, they don't.
Fucking unhinged logic. No, I wasn't chasing her. It was like minor stalking. You know, that's nothing. Women love to be stalked. Like, it's fun to them. It's exciting. God, what an absolute lunatic. So yeah, the dad calls, apparently made threats against him because I'm assuming his daughter called him in a panic, like, holy shit, this guy's coming after me, and I'm fucking horrified. So the dad is trying his best to, like, stop anything bad from happening, so I'm sure the dad in this, like, passionate moment's like, leave her the fuck alone, or I'm gonna do something about it, I'll give you a knuckle sandwich, why I oughta. I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. To try and protect his daughter, keep her safe, doing what he can from a distance. Like, get the fuck away from her, you creep.
Well, women don't like to be chased.
What about, like,
if I was a father, I'd probably tell you the same thing.
What about, like, BDSM porn, where women like to have rape fantasies?
Well, apparently this girl doesn't.
Well, who knows? Most women do like having rape fantasies.
It took us only about a minute for him to start mentioning rape after talking about stalking and, you know, downplaying how stalking's not a big deal. Immediately brings it to BDSM and rape fantasies. From fucking out of nowhere. Oh, you're gonna call me crazy for chasing her? Well, what about rape? You know, there's rape fantasies in porn, what about that, And then he has the gall, the chutzpah to say most women have a rape fantasy. It's blowing my mind here, this guy's thought process. Fucking crazy. I'm also 100% sure he's never had an actual conversation with a woman. When he mentioned at the beginning they were kind of talking, I imagine it's because they were coworkers, and she said, like, hi to him occasionally, or, like, while they were working, were like, hey, need to do this. And that, to him, was, like, meaningful interaction with a human female. This is, like, a scary individual. His brain immediately jumps to rape. when confronted with his actions.
Okay. Do you think she does?
I don't know. But
apparently she don't.
Well,
so what do you want us to do?
Well, I just want you to get his name on file, just in case he does do anything to me.
Do you know his name?
I know his daughter's name.
What do you know his name?
I know her name. I don't know his name. He called me from a restricted phone number.
Okay. Here's my suggestion. Leave her alone.
A great suggestion from the officer here. Superb. Just get the fuck away from her. Leave her alone. Solves all the issues here. Case closed. Didn't even need Dr. Phil on this one to get to the bottom of it. The solution was obvious. Just get away from her.
Well, this is one song I made, and this was the final chance I was going to have.
Here's my chance. Here's my advice. It's over. Leave her alone.
Okay.
Fathers will hurt you over their daughters.
Yeah, but that's the thing, is she needs to have her own free will, man. You gotta understand, I'm a man myself, bro, and I have needs myself.
She's choosing her free will by telling her daddy what happened to you, and I'm telling you, stay away from her because he will hurt you probably.
She's being controlled by him.
For some reason, he's so delusional, he keeps thinking that she doesn't have her own authority to make her own choices, yet keeps saying she needs her own free will. She had her own free will by running away from you. By, like, being scared of you, running away, and then telling her dad that is her making choices to try and protect herself from you. Because you are the threat. You're the fucking danger that's knocking on her door, and she is responding with her own free will of getting the fuck away from you as fast and efficiently as possible. It's just such a scary thought process because in his mind, he's totally justified in everything that happened here, and it's all normal to him. And the fact that she's not in love with him right now, not in his arms, in his bed, is because her dad is forcing her to make choices to split the two apart. It's not her making those choices because he's perfect. The guy with his music, his mixtape that sounds like 5 fucking squirrels being blown to pieces, he thinks his music's the best and he's the best man in the world, so there's no way she is choosing on her own free will to not be with him. That is a dangerous thought process.
That's fine. That's fine. That's her choice, right? Free choice, free will.
I think she should go do porn.
Okay, you need to leave.
It's legal.
You need to leave.
Well,
we're not doing anything. You need to leave.
I'm having a discussion on...
I'm having a discussion telling you to leave.
I actually appreciate how the officer handles this situation here. He's not giving this guy an inch. He is fighting him on every point he tries to make. Not that any of his points have any logical basis whatsoever or any sound reasoning, but I like that the officer's pushing back on everything, and he crosses a line when he says she should do porn. Where does that even come from? Like, everything this guy is saying is a giant red flag, and he needs legitimate help.
I was going to let her make her own choice after the song.
Well, she's made her choice.
And I just don't think she had a reasonable opportunity to make a choice, because I'm going to blow up, and I'm going to be a famous DJ, and I'm going to be like...
How old is she?
He still really believes that because she didn't finish listening to his song, she didn't have the right to say no. She didn't have reasonable basis for declining and rejecting him, I suppose. He believes he's gonna blow up and be a famous DJ or this and that, thus she's making a huge mistake and needs to reconsider the choice, and her dad's making her choose this. It's fucking terrifying.
Oh shit. You know what? Lindsay's dad, I hope you see this fucking video.
Now, just like in The Dark Knight, we have the Joker turning the camera on himself here, and we get to take a look at him. And he really still believes everything he's done is justified and that the girl and her dad are the villains here.
You know what happens when women don't ever, you know, come to terms with themselves? The bad shit happens. I don't know. Something the cops want to deny.
And this right here I think should be taken very seriously. This is not a mentally well person, and this comes across as an actual threat against the safety of both the girl and her father here. He's already shown that he has no problem stalking women, and I really think this needs to be looked at seriously to make sure that he's not in a position to do harm to anyone around him. It's just very concerning.
Me trying to get her to be straight? Something is wrong about that. I don't see why these traditional-ass motherfuckers think they can speak shit whenever it's this woke, belligerent LGBT shit that has her right now. I just don't see it. I'm older than their fucking father. That's how I feel right now.
Yeah, this rant's really going off the fucking rails. So Apparently, the girl isn't interested in men, and his plan was to make her interested in men by giving her his love as well as letting her listen to his songs. And when she still wasn't interested, she blames the dad. Like, the dad is the one that's made his daughter not like him, and then says that he is older than her dad. Like, it's so fucking wild. But it is all very concerning to listen to. I just wanted to share this because I do think this is the creepiest guy I've seen online so far. And I truly hope that everyone involved here is safe, and hopefully this guy gets the help that he very much needs. Anyway, that's about it. See ya. The history and downfall of McDonald Land and the Disney's McDonald's Happy Meal.
It's a story that spans over 50 years and goes in quite a few unexpected directions. So sit back, relax, and let's take a deep dive into one of fast food's most iconic and absolutely bonkers advertising campaigns.
What the fuck is this? Damn, Ronald looks so sad. Holy shit. It's like he's listening to Marilyn Manson for the first time. He's going through a phase or something. Christ. Someone help my boy out. We live in a fucking restaurant. Shit.
Beyond operational changes was rebranding the face of McDonald's with a new official mascot.
Yeah, he looks cool.
Named Speedy.
Yeah,
what
Speedy
made the
looks
McDonald's
great.
franchise really take off was a milkshake mixer salesman by the name of Ray Kroc. So he made a deal with the McDonald's brothers to begin franchising the fast food restaurant all over the country.
Well, I said, why don't you get somebody to do it? They said, well, we don't know anybody who want to do it.
This sounds like a guy who made milkshakes for McDonald's.
You want to buy?
So I said, what are you doing with the milkshakes? I said, I'll come in there and fucking make the milkshakes for you.
So for our story, you just need to know that in 1961, Ray Kroc officially bought them out and began focusing on expanding the fast food franchise exponentially. But first was to establish a new mascot that was a bit more enticing than a winking hand. Enter Bozo the Clown, who was first introduced on television in 1949, and by the 1960s he became the world's most famous clown. And
yes, what a
name.
wonderful
Numerous
character.
actors played the charming clown during the height of his popularity.
Yes, of course. Can you fucking believe that there was a time in our evolutionary history where people actually enjoyed these things? Like, it's crazy to look back on it. Like, I often think, like, you know, people from back in the day weren't so different from us now. They just didn't have, like, the same luxuries and, like, knowledge. But no, people back then were fucking weird. Like, look at this shit.
I'm Ronald McDonald. Give me a McDonald's shake.
Pretty cool costume.
The restaurant's new mascot, Ronald McDonald, made it and boost their influence on children even further.
Did anyone ever like Ronald McDonald, though? I mean, even I remember as a kid, we all fucking hated him.
Ah, the pitter-patter.
And, I mean, the only one that was kind of cool was the Hamburglar, just because his name is cool.
Is music to our ears.
McDonald's when suddenly...
Oh god, not the burger alarm!
Jim.
Holy fuck.
One adventure had Ronald and his friend Tim encounter the Hamburglar,
Oh!
who was trying to steal all those delicious McDonald's hamburgers.
I don't remember him looking like
So with the help
that.
of a giant milkshake machine aboard a
Christ.
train, Ronald decides to
Goblin.
whip up an irresistible
Scooting
McDonald's
out.
chocolate shake. He demands for them to hand over all those tasty Filet-O-Fish sandwiches.
Or what? Does he have a
Ronald
weapon?
instead puts a hole in
He
his
pulls
ship,
out a fucking
causing
nine or
Captain
something?
Cook
Like,
to
what is
sink
he
down
gonna do to you?
waters of Filet-O-Fish Lake.
Don't give him
The
your
two friends
Filet-O-Fishes.
are then allowed to enjoy all those tasty Filet-O-Fish sandwiches. There were also concepts for a couple McDonald Land high chairs that were never produced. And thank God, because these would have been absolutely traumatizing to children.
This is a real design they thought would be good? This is like some shit out of a Lovecraft game, like The Shore. It's like an SCP. You sit in this chair and then all of a sudden you can smell the future or something. Ronald McDonald peers into your soul, bestows upon you a curse. All you can taste is salty Filet-O-Fish. Man, it's fucking crazy that these things were like actually considered at some point. That's wild, man. But Burger King had the Xbox 360 games like Sneak King, so they win.
Of course it's me. And all of your other friends, too. Come on in and look around.
Don't do it, it's a fucking trap.
McCheese and Officer Big
Holy
Mac,
shit.
There were all kinds of ways to have fun.
Don't
in the
accept a
McDonald
hamburger
Land
from a
playground.
stranger.
There was the previously successful ad campaign, kids didn't really want to eat at McDonald's anymore.
Yeah, because it's not cool.
Star Wars.
Oh!
Kind of.
What?
Burger Chef introduces Star Wars Fun Meals for your kids. A hamburger.
Star Wars just made them lose their appetite?
Imagine.
As the 1980s, which were used to advertise, as the name implies, the Happy Meal. The same year saw the arrival Birdie the Early Bird, who, as you can probably guess, advertised the new McDonald's Early Bird breakfast menu. But while the Happy Meal gave
those hash
McDonald's
browns
new
were
purpose,
banging.
it was also
Birdie the
undergoing
Early
major
Wordy, or
alterations.
whatever
You
the
see,
fuck
around
her
the
name
same
was,
time,
she
the
was onto something.
ramifications of the McDonald's
Those hash browns were
began
nutty.
seriously. There was also the matter of 1985 retired one of the most iconic characters of McDonald's, Mayor McCheese.
No, God,
But hey,
why?
At least we got the addition of the
They killed
adorable
Mayor
and also
McCheese!
kind of terrifying McNugget
A
buddies.
public flogging to send him out.
Happy news about
Its competitors, they also decided to get into the movie title.
Was that?
Their first integration
That looks like
was
Ludwig.
definitely an odd one, with Star Trek.
Who the fuck was that in Star Wars? It looks like they just put Ludwig on a glass. Maybe it was just the quality, but I thought for sure it was a Ludwig Easter egg.
There's more than one way.
From expensive commercials, contests, and elaborate games. However, while the film
Did
was
that say
generally
$40 million?
an elaborate game.
Holy shit! Who became an overnight super millionaire from McDonald's? Man just bit into a filet-o-fish and found a $40 million check? Like, Jesus Christ. A total of, oh, so it's not one winner gets it all. It's just like they spent $40 million on the game. Okay.
Was also a major flop.
Much better.
It was a huge financial loss for
I
the
didn't get that
company.
impression.
So McDonald's, as an attempt to get back in their
Government is now looking into that chicken head found in a McDonald's meal. Investigators with the Department of Agriculture are looking into the discovery as well.
That is nasty.
That was pretty gross.
I don't think it's that bad.
This sunk the entire relationship between Disney and McDonald's.
Awareness of the nutrition, or lack thereof, in fast food offerings, especially when it came to McDonald's.
McTrouble in Fatland?
McDonaldland, including Ronald, came to McDonald's.
What? Holy shit. What an aggressive article.
Come on.
Hello.
Okay, yeah, see you later. Be back by 10. Okay.
Thanks for inviting me in. Here I come.
He made all of my...
There's a nip slip in this, watch out. Are you fucking serious? I can't even just watch Architectural Digest with a rich, unrelatable person flexing on me? Without fear of toss? Is there really a nip slip in here? That's what I said. Every rich person has a small dog that they carry around. It's just mandatory. Yeah, what's a timestamp so I can avoid it? It doesn't happen. Okay.
This
What
is my
the
vagina
fuck?
tunnel. Shall I go through? I'm gonna go through.
A vagina tunnel.
And then you're inside.
It's like something I would have.
Come in, Alfie. Come on, baby. I come in here to think, I come in here to create, I feel inspired in the vagina tunnel. So I'm gonna show you where this lovely...
Her house is like my closet. This house is wacky. That's just a giant,
This is my
like,
bedroom.
titty
Every time I
monster
walk in here, I feel
statue.
calm again. As well, we also have these lovely bouquet of vagina flowers. It's vagina appreciation.
Why is everything vaginal
Alice in
based?
Wonderland. Every room has a different theme.
Is she sponsored by Adam and Eve too?
This is definitely like a Mad Hatter's tea party, but there's like jungle theme. There's
She would lose her fucking mind in my
there's
closet.
like an old English
I'm telling you
style
right now,
room,
if she
also
went in
very
there, she would lose her fucking
and
mind.
plants galore. Everything again, like I said, was very dark.
Do a
So
collab.
most of it was black
Yeah, I have so many vaginas and dildos and fleshlights.
kind of painted all white. So as we keep going through here, this
I mean,
bathtub is
she's even welcome to have one if she'd like.
You see this little
A Moby
walkway.
Huge could really bring a room together.
This one would kind of match.
She strikes me as someone that just got so much money and had no idea what the fuck to spend it on.
Favorite. Change a little bit when they're feeling a certain way. That everyone needs to come up.
I have a small version of those. Are they still on my desk? No, I might have put them in the closet. She has like the double XLs, triple turbos. Mine are still like the medium trainers. I don't know where I put them. It has to be in the closet. I used to have them by my desk.
Funny. I did not know this, but I feel like if you can, everyone needs to have a ball pit in a near vicinity.
I have a ball pit. She literally took my house and my goofy rooms I set up and put more money into it. This is dog shit. What? I made a ball pit for my dogs. I swear to God, if this is for her dogs, I'm gonna be tight.
Some sort of childlike innocence or joy.
Oh,
or
she
just
uses
the
it herself.
Need
Okay.
for fun. They're really great for stress. You can't cry.
I used to
with
surf
it.
mine.
I tried. Are you kidding me? There's a shoe in here? That's not cute.
Probably a dead body or something. The ball pit, it hides things very well.
A big movie.
Such as
freak.
dog shit.
This is an old classic.
This is cool. This is like the coolest house we've seen. It just has all kinds of goofy shit.
My band room.
I love
I
this.
like to play music, instruments. I play the drums and the piano. And
She's the
guitar,
female
so
version of you. I don't know about
move
that.
around and play with. Get out of here!
She has inspired me to put more vagina and cock flavored things around my own abode. I need to free them from the confines of the closet and sprinkle them throughout the house. That was actually inspirational.